Hey, what is up everyone? I am Sonic the Hedgehog here, and I am back for some more yet again for the likes of the Maxi Toys videos. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for some more of Let's Play of Mario Kart Super Circuit for the Game Boy Advance. So last time we have managed to completely done with the extra special cup yesterday, despite it was pretty rough around the edges during the forms of well, I would say in Ghost Valley 3, and especially noticeable in the Super Nintendo's Rainbow Road. But apart from those side of things though, we did that pretty okay as enough as it goes by, despite with the actual ranking was actually on D rank as opposed to, you know, the usual A or C or rare occasions of the star rank. So today, this might actually be the grand finale of this game's Let's Play, folks, and because of that, we're now about to begin. Oh, cool, I can able to play as Luigi, as in random selection. Okay, that's all I can really take. Thank you, game. So yeah, because of that, today, this is the grand finale of this game's Let's Play, and because of that, we're now going to be hit on to the regular special cup, and, well, we're also able to end that off and during that time period. So either way, yeah, let's get this thing to it. On to the forms of the final 4 tracks in Mario Kart Super Circuit, which, unfortunately, those tracks does not make a comeback during the forms of in a future Mario Kart game at this rate. So either way though, let's get to it with the Lakeside Park, which appears to be, in my honest opinion, one of the hardest tracks in the game. Because, well, it's kind of like the same thing for Riverside Park. Well, usually I say that because this is more like a sequel to Riverside Park, except there's going to be some significant difficult parts, most notably with, you know, with that particular jump ramp that we actually come across into that, well, we'll point it out whenever we get into it. Yeah, this bit right there, if you somehow accidentally get touched by the forms of that specific jump ramp right next to the wall, you'll ended up going all the way back for whatever reason. So as a result, yeah, that can be pretty difficult. And then whenever you get into the second lap or the third lap, well, basically you notice about the fact that with the actual background environment is the fact that the actual volcano decides to decide to go erupt, which meaning about the fact that you know what the actual meteor showers is about to be coming down, meaning that about the fact that we need to dodge a lot of those meteor showers, because otherwise if you get hit by them, then you're probably going to be temporarily spin out and lose your coins in the process and lose your speed at the same time too. So either way though, because chances are, yeah, this is the more definition of the forms of the hardest tracks in the game in my opinion. But apart from those side of things though, it's actually not that, well, complicated, despite with all this difficulty, nerve-wracking experience. But, you know, you get the idea for that solution. And even then, if you really want to go ahead and just try to unlock the actual extra cup variant. Oh, what? I did not meant to turn that. Ah, that's just a load of bullcrap, by the way. And yeah, I just somehow let Warrior win. If only if I could have won, if only if I don't accidentally just went onto the out of bounds kind of boundaries or anything like that, but oh well, we'll take second place. Even though I really tried for this point, folks, I really do try my best, but either way, we'll just gonna have to leave it to that. Alright, so the next track we have is Broken Pier. And this is also another one of those difficult tracks in the game because, well, it's more likely a sequel to Boo Lake that we've already come across into since in Flower Cup. But what makes this a little bit more difficult than Boo Lake is the fact that there's going to be a lot of jump ramps everywhere, and also if you accidentally come across into those boos, as you can see, that by the way, they are not items kind of boos, they're more accurate. The environmental boos that you can accidentally just manage to catch one. And as a result, if you get caught one of them, then chances are, much like the regular boo items, is the fact that they are trying to able to steal coins from you. So, not items this time around though, luckily, but either way though, it can get pretty much irritating whenever you're trying to able to get a glimpse with this. So either way, let's go ahead and place that red shell from behind, so we can at least expect him I could able to actually just try to knock someone else over, specifically either Wario or Toad for that matter. So either way though, we'll able to consider this the actual main emphasis on that. So either way, let's go ahead and just keep a hold of that green shell from now on to defend ourselves. So hopefully we would be able to actually just well, compromise and such. I'm probably not going to recommend trying to able to boost along in these narrow bridges, as you can see, because yes, there was actually a little bit of a brief alternative way you can able to make the track a little bit more faster and quick, but I highly suggest you're able to use the mushroom unless if you're safe or not, so even then I was want to classify that. So there's a good thing too that we did manage to select Luigi for the sake of this cup, because well, I'll explain more about it until whenever we get on to the third track in the special cup in general. So here we go, on to the final installment of the Bowser Castle series tracks in the forms of in Mario Kart Super Circuit, which this time around we're now ended up in Bowser Castle 4. Easily, not only this becomes the forms of the hardest tracks in the whole entire game, but it also is one of the longest tracks in the game, because there's going to be a lot of serious amount of obstacles you're going to have to dodge, and also because of how the fact that this place is going to be super huge. I do really like the actual the aesthetics in the background, because it's almost like a actual heart container or the heart contraption or something like that in terms of Bowser castles themselves. But even then, it was a nice little cool touch in my opinion. And also, we now start to be able to introduce into ourselves these new hazards, such as, of course, the Mecha Koopas, as you can see right there, where, again, if you somehow manage to get touch one of them, much like those really annoying crabs during the forms of in Shy Guy Beach and Cheap Cheap Island, you were able to actually get spin out, and then you were able to actually just lose coins in the process too. So even then though, yeah, definitely one of the trickier Bowser Castle levels in this game in particular, just because there's going to be a lot of sharp curves everywhere, and it's just too much for this point. But either way, that doesn't really bother me too much anyway though, but either way though, looks like Wario just somehow managed to got spin out and stuff like that, so at least I can able to actually be coming first place at the moment right now. I'm pretty sure this track will able to took me about, I don't know, 2 minutes or something like that, which probably explains why that this track is easily one of the longest of the bunch, because, you know, it's going to be a lot of series of those curves, turns that you have to drift along with, so even then I just want to classify that. So, yeah, obviously today's day is the forms of the 26th of July, today, in the forms of in 2020, so we actually getting pretty close towards the end of July already, so as a result, I'm really looking forward to see how it turns out for August. Oh, wait a minute, the coronavirus is still in existence, isn't it? It's gonna be one of the most annoying years of my whole entire life, actually. But either way, we'll discuss more about it until whenever we get on to the very end of the year, specifically on 2020, just to get it over with. Although luckily we still got some more Let's Plays to tackle through, specifically, well, we'll explain more about it in the future, so, but you know, you get the idea for that specific solution. Alright, so here's the forms of Rainbow Road Super Circuit. Everyone's least favorite Rainbow Road, because, dear lord, why does this exist to begin with? I mean, the only thing cool about this Rainbow Road, as you can see in the background, is the fact that you do have a cool Paper Mario reference in the background. That's the only thing cool about it, because of, again, Intelligent System Developer. So, those are these walls, but they're jump panel walls. In other words, if you get onto those little jump walls, you're gonna start bouncing. And if you start bouncing on those little bouncy jump up walls, then without even going to any other walls, you probably go off. And as a result, yeah, this track is kind of annoying to me though. Well, at least, out of all the actual Rainbow Roads in the entire Mario Kart history, this is by far one of my least favorite Rainbow Roads in the entire Mario Kart history, because, you know, with these little bouncy walls and stuff like that, I really don't know if this particular track will make its return in Mario Kart 9, if it's possible, because after all, we've already got plentiful versions of Rainbow Road SNES track, and also 2 multiple versions of N64 Rainbow Road, so I really don't know if Mario Kart 9 will able to actually get this track in particular, if depending on development cycle or something, but I don't know, it's just the fact that I'm not a big fan of this track, because of how the fact that every time, whenever you try to, like, touch the wall and stuff like that, it actually act out as, like, super bouncy pads, and oh no, it's just, I'm just not a big fan of this track. Besides the actual Paper Mario, cool Paper Mario reference in the background, aside from all that stuff though, that's about it. So yeah, that's as far as I can say about this version's Rainbow Road. At least specifically, Super Circuit Rainbow Road, I'm just not a big fan of it. Now, I'm sure most people already know of how the fact that they're not a big fan of that particular track either, just because, well, to be honest with you, it's just kind of frustrating. But regardless, aside from all that stuff though, we did manage to claim first place in the end, even though I could have wished if I was able to do a nice flawless run-through during the forms of specifically in Lakeside Park, but otherwise, we did that pretty okay as enough as it goes by. So either way though, once you've managed to completely done with the special cup or the extra special cup, I was sure to you that we might able to actually come across into ourselves the actual ending credit sequence, which that's the prime example of why that during in yesterday's video I managed to skip over the actual credit sequence to begin with, just because I just want to save it up until whenever we get on to the final part of this Let's Play, which is specifically today. So yeah, that's pretty much about it. In terms of Mario Kart Super Circuit, how this game actually handles with. So let's give my final thoughts of this game compared to the future Mario Kart games in general. It's actually not too bad, to be honest. Well, apart from the fact that it was on the Game Boy Advance, after all. I mean, surely this was actually the first ever Mario Kart game to go on portable device, which, back for its time, it was actually pretty impressive even to this day. Although, let's get to the positive things out of the way. First of all, the music is pretty good, even though I haven't really listened to that much of Super Circuit's soundtrack compared to the forms of the future Mario Kart games, specifically recently Mario Kart 8 / Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, mind you, because, oh man, the music in Mario Kart 8 is super superb. Well, I usually just manage to enjoy the soundtrack on this game for a little bit, but not as much compared to the forms of Mario Kart Wii or Mario Kart 8 specifically. But also another thing though is the fact that, well, it's actually not too bad in terms of the soundtrack department, despite the voice clips all actually sound like pretty poor, probably because of the limitations of the Game Boy Advance to begin with. And another thing is worth noting for too is the fact that the gameplay itself is rather solid, despite with the forms of certain tracks has been gone flat once again, ever since in Super Mario Kart, but again, this is probably because of the handheld's limitations, but it doesn't really bother to me for this point at all, and also the actual graphics do look very impressed. I'm very impressed about the fact that how good the visuals are in this game, especially how they actually have some, actually to me though, it has some interesting and probably the most uniquest courses of how this game actually introduces us into. Like, I absolutely adore Ribbon Road, and especially noticeable with, well, I would say Cheeseland. I actually enjoyed that track a lot more, and especially noticeable with the forms of Sky Garden, which, oh man, I had a good time on that track. And controls-wise, well, it kind of feels like it take a while to get used to with that specific stuff. On the other hand, though, in terms of controls and everything, after playing through Mario Kart 64, because with the lack of analog sticks, so you have to get a lot of usage on that, with less buttons to deal with this time around. And that's as far as we can able to say about this game. It's actually not too bad, honestly, guys. But the only negative things I must confess right from the start, though, is the fact that, well, to be honest with you guys, I'm not a big fan of Rainbow Road in this game, specifically Super Circuit version's Rainbow Road, just because, well, I've already mentioned about this before already, so let's not get ahead of ourselves for this point. And another big problem I have with the game is the fact that sometimes the actual tracks themselves, well, it's not so bad to me though, but either way though, it's kind of hard to explain about this sometimes. Plus, this game still has the very annoying rubber banding AI in this game sometimes, especially on 150cc, but nowhere near as bad as the forms of 64 in my opinion, because, oh man, why does it always attempt to catch me up at certain points? Like, seriously, what the heck, man? And also another thing is worth mentioning for though is the fact that the only way you can play multiplayer in the game is the fact that you have to get yourselves your Game Boy Advance cable link, which that would be my only biggest gripe I have with it. But apart from those side of things though, it is definitely one of my second least favorite Mario Kart game, next to Super Mario Kart, the one that started it all. But if you really want to give this game a chance, well, you can either get this from eBay or Amazon, despite you need to be able to actually still wash your hands after like unpackage the actual the package you were able to order. Or, luckily, you can able to download this game on the Wii U, unless if you have Nintendo eShop cards. So I just want to point that out right away. So yeah, you get the idea. So thank you guys so much for watching about Let's Play of Mario Kart Super Circuit. I had a lot of fun with this, and this is me, Sonic the Hedgehog. And join us next time for the next Mario Kart Let's Play we're about to be doing is the one and only Double Dash. So see you guys then. Bye.